The others introduce themselves from top to bottom.
So
To
top to
bottom.
bottom means I start. What's up, party peoples? Azuzu, playing copy the Arcane Trickster Rogue.
I'm Foss, and I'm playing Eret, the Dragonborn Knight.
I'm Sam. I'm playing Tomfoolery, the Trickster Cleric. Scott.
Hello, I'm Scott. I'm Delta's DM this evening.
I'm Traz. I'm playing Cloud, the Tabaxi Rogue Warlock.
And I'm Dom. I'm playing the Wood Elf Druid Trevenix.
And I have volunteered myself to do the recap. I'm not sure how well I remember last week, but we shall see. So we started off with Elspeth managing to pull herself out of her panic attack with a little help from Cloud. They then got called outside by Eret to discuss potential dealings with a succubus. Basically, we ended up agreeing that she'd let us know when the succubus that tried to kill Adria was doing stuff, and we'd go and kill her. I think that's basically what it came down to, with the additional agreement of she would get Eret his memories back and his cane back, even though she did not take them because she fucking knew who had, and Elspeth wasn't having that shit. We then Cloud got pulled back into his sister's office where he had a chat with one of the class members and got offered another job about a boat that we would once again be told about a little bit later. And then we went for dinner where we all sat and had Elizabeth/Copy tell us exactly the man that she was scared was going to kill us all, much to her dislike, because apparently she doesn't want us to know who's trying to murder us all. That point, the guys started having a who can drink the most competition, so Elspeth stepped out of the room. She went out into the back garden, had a cup of tea, and almost got hit in the head by a shoe. The shoe, it turned out, belonged to our newest member, or currently newest member, Tomfoolery, the Goblin Cleric, who was looking for shoes that used to belong to Toto Halfpint. Elspeth offered to help him find the shoes because she kind of took to him. He was cute and seemed a little bit stupid. And so she decided she needed something to focus on and offered him to join the group, and he accepted. Went back inside, introduced him to everybody else, and then left after dinner. The guys went back to the tavern. Elspeth and Cloud went back to the orphanage for another night. And once Elspeth had finished her long rest, she confronted Devdon, who, out of game, lied to her. In game, she doesn't know. And said he hadn't taught Jackson anything, and that's pretty much where we cut it off, I believe. Add anything I forgot, boys and girls.
We had a short visit to the wizard's shop where he's trying to get my memories back as well as find teleportation scrolls for yourself.
Oh yes, and get me the names of all the people buried in the graveyard.
Yes.
Did you just refer to Gilmore's as the wizard shop?
Yes.
Yes.
I've never felt so offended.
Hey, he's a sorcerer.
Magic man. Magic.
Voodoo man.
Who do the voodoo?
You do. Yeah, again, before we go any further, I wouldn't call it necessarily lying, but we'll see.
Yo, he told Toto that he'd been sent to work with him. He was the dude that did the physical stuff, and Jackson was the mental person.
Mental certainly won't work for him.
Anyway, so the following day, Another glorious day in the big old city of Amon. Everyone's all had a nice enough evening's sleep, probably with the minor exception of Copy, who probably still got a good night's sleep, but not quite after that initial thinking of I just tried to pour out and got like half a cup's full and stopped with the rest of the party. So whatever ramifications that will have with them, we'll see. But everyone at the various points of the morning will awake and find themselves kind of a spare. Tom Fullaway, how would you like to start things today?
Well, I want to kind of go downstairs to the kind of where everyone's eating breakfast and shit. Just start picking at the scraps. So I'll make a little plate. I'll get scraps of meat on one plate, and I'll get scraps of people's veggies on another plate, and I'll put them both down on the table, and I'll wait for Trevi because I know she doesn't eat the meat. I don't know what Copy eats, so I just keep one empty plate so she can collect her own scraps. And just kind of sit and wait for them to come downstairs.
Cool. Trevi, would you like to do anything in particular in the morning?
I would like to get myself a breakfast of lovely vegetables.
Oh, I've got that for you.
Maybe go downstairs and spark up a conversation with
I'll be waiting for you with a plate of, you can tell it's like half-eaten and discarded vegetables from other people's plates.
and I just inquire to Tom, sort of in a very casual manner. Do you know about any kind of footwear? I don't know, that might be kind of fluffy, kind of comfortable. It might suit me a little.
Yeah, I think slippers is what you're looking for. Nightwear normally, but I'd wear any kind of shoe anytime. So if you're after a pair of slippers, I've probably got one somewhere.
I think I might be, because the floor in the sort of tavern rooms and stuff that we stay in are all really kind of cold. I think indoors, maybe I might need a pair.
I'm sure I can sniff a pair out. There's some really nice ones around.
And I did want to ask about that. What sort of powers do you have around footwear? Like what? How do you find footwear? Like, you found those Crocs, really? Well, you've been like tracking them down. What are you using to track? You know what I mean? How are you using to track these shoes down?
Well, I didn't know about the Crocs, and then St. Hubbins told me about the Crocs. I was asleep one day, and he just kind of told me about them, kind of showed me what they look like. So I just started asking around. Some people in Western said that they'd seen them, so I tied myself. Me and my friend, we tied ourselves to the bottom of a wagon that was heading here. And then we just got a free ride here, and just been asking around. Really, nobody else really seems that interested. But I think I'm glad I'm on the right track now. Your friend says that she knows where they are, so that's exciting. I'm excited to see them in real life. And then I just I give one to St. Hubbins and I keep one for myself, and that's how I get magic tricks and stuff.
So, did St. Hubbins say why he wanted those special shoes that our friend had?
No, he didn't say why he wanted them. He doesn't really ever say why he wants any of them. I just you know, being a goblin, we don't wear shoes too often, and I just found an interest in them from a young age, and then we just started. You know, I realized if I prayed, that one would disappear, and then I found out that one that disappears, St. Hubbins was taking them, and he gave me little magic tricks.
That is an incredible thing to find out. Incredible way to find out about it as well. It's such a fluke.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more our mutual respect for quality footwear.
Quality
That
footwear,
did. Yeah. We just like
Oh.
shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand why. I have a very specific purpose that I need these for. What did you say they were called?
Slippers.
Slippers.
Mm.
Okay, well, maybe you can sniff some out.
I'll make sure. I will next time I pray to St. Hubbins, then I will ask him where's got the best slippers nearby, and hopefully he'll let me know.
Oh, thank you very much. Do you want these scraps?
With the veggie ones.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I got them for you.
Wait, you got me the scraps?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. I didn't know what your friend eats, so I didn't leave any scraps for her, but hopefully she'll come down. And also the large dragon. I don't know if he was here. I don't know what dragons eat either.
Oh my god,
Like,
he's so scary, isn't he?
I just assume they just eat like babies or something.
He's been very nice to me. And
Yeah, he seems very nice. He was very friendly.
I just am very glad that he looks after me and doesn't kill me. Because if he tried to kill me, I think he would do it with ease.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I feel very much the same way. I'm only very small and very young, so I was worried that maybe he would assume I was food at first sight, but he was very nice. Everyone's been very nice. I feel very lucky to have fallen in with such a nice group of people.
Yeah, he certainly reminds. He has been perhaps the only father figure I've had since I left the forest. Did you have a family?
Yeah, somewhere. They're not that into shoes, so I'm not that interested.
Okay, are they on their way downstairs also?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
I hear footsteps.
You hear footsteps, and it's just some random passerby who's just coming downstairs.
No,
Meanwhile,
wasn't them.
Copy, what are you doing this morning?
I would have kind of gotten up, collected my stuff, and started coming downstairs. Just taking a little bit more time than I normally would, just to kind of think about things a little bit. Namely, how I'm going to deal with this problem once again, and kind of how I messed up and why I messed up, essentially. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do for the morning. Not really much.
As you come down, Trevi and Tom will spot you coming down, and as they try and get your attention, if they bother, you're going to jump around and see what Eric, Cloud, and Elspeth are doing at the orphanage.
Eric's at the tavern. It's just Cloud
Always
and
used to be
Toto
good,
at
man.
Cloud and
I
Elspeth
bet.
at the orphanage.
Eric, sorry, got my head mixed up there. What would you like to do in the morning?
Sober up. I failed those checks rather spectacularly the last time. I'm going to come down and I'm just going to have bread and water.
Well, we kind of just slides your stuff over to you, and even just that sort of like subtle across the countertop just initially rings a little bit.
Just kind of wince and look at them and go, there was a lot. It's fine. I'm okay. Do it.
She's gonna sit there and listen to you talk.
Just gonna ask, do I notice our goblin and druid friends?
Yeah, you see them at a table just across the room.
Just going to take my bread and water and walk over and sit down and be like, morning.
Morning, Dad. I mean,
Good morning. I'll look at Trevi and say, that's what dragons eat. Bread and water.
Just gonna look at Tom and go, we eat what everyone else eats. I'm not a dragon, I'm a dragonborn.
Of course.
we knew that.
Neither of you have met a dragonborn before in your lives, have you?
I mean, until I came out of the forest, I'd met very few non-wood elves.
Fair enough.
So, no.
We're not. Dragonborns aren't dragons technically. We're descended from dragons, but not dragons as such.
That's something of a misnomer.
If I was a dragon, I wouldn't fit in this house.
Whoa.
So did, like, your dad make it with a dragon?
I'm not that pure blood.
Chibi blushes.
Somewhere down the line. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. When you're not as intoxicated. I'm Tom.
I remember, don't worry. I was drunk, I'm not stupid.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm just easily forgettable.
I don't think so. You're the tiny shoe mage.
Well, there you go. Where's your other friend? The one that said they knew the shoes.
I don't know, they keep themselves to themselves quite a lot.
Oh. Okay.
They'll appear at some point, don't worry, they always do.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait, I guess.
We'll get you the shoes you want, don't worry. You're
the kind of changing of different patrons coming in and out of the place. It's very much quiet after morning. There doesn't seem to be a lot going on today. It seems to be very much chill. And as you guys are sitting there waiting for the others to show. Cloud and Elspeth, what you guys doing in the morning?
So I believe Elspeth will probably be finishing trying to enchant some of her strings, and she will tuck them away once Cloud starts stirring and waking up.
Cool. Again, I'll couple them. And then Cloud will start to stir in the morning.
Morning, my dear. Did you sleep well?
Yes, I did. I got 4 hours undisturbed. I'm quite surprised. Apparently someone is very good at keeping the nightmares away. Giving you a wink.
Well, I try. What do you feel up for today?
As always, whatever the rest of the group wants to do. Although, before we go downstairs, I will warn you, atmosphere might be slightly tense. Me and Devlin do our best to keep it away from the kids when we're fighting, but not always successful.
Yeah, you're fine. Family feud. I understand. But before we go down, I think we need to discuss the awkward one in the group now, because I'm not exactly sure what to do anymore.
No, me neither.
The way she was talking, the way she explained how her upbringing was a little bit questionable in places, but at the same time, I could relate somewhat. If things were slightly different, I could have ended the same way. But that little bit of bridge making, understanding her, completely got destroyed once she said about taking out a hit on Toto. I do not care if she can admit to she never did it or she never planned to do it or anything, but it's the fact that she took a contract for it.
Agreed. I don't know what she thought she was accomplishing by claiming that she'd killed him. Would be fairly obvious at some point that she hadn't, and then what would have happened? That would have just brought it back down upon us, so why even take it out in the first place? Against someone that you're meant to be friends is too strong a word with that one, I think, but associates, companions, group members?
The way she acts, even they're a bit strong. She does not gel. I know you've tried many times, but I think we definitely need to discuss and work out who this gentleman is, what he wants, and unfortunately we need to make sure it's not falling on us.
Agreed. I've already warned Devden not to let anyone that looks like him near the children. Might be wise to send communication to Ellie and let her know that there's a gentleman walking around like that.
Don't worry, Ellie's. I know Devden. I know the type of person Devden is, and I'm sure he already understands the tricks and traits. But Ellie definitely does. She's got contacts enough to double check anybody who comes walking by. But that's generally the reason why the property's a little bit ways off the beaten path as well.
Sometimes I think Devden would rather this place be anywhere else, but he took it over in this place and hasn't moved it, so here it will stay.
Well, times always change things. Just depends on how long you choose to wait or what happens. But saying that, the day's starting to get away from us, so cannot let it get too far out of hand.
No, indeed. Let's go have breakfast and then find our kids again.
Yes, turning into a very peculiar little family now that you've brought in a very odd little one.
I don't know. Something about him reminded me of the kids around here, and I thought, he's looking for something that we know roughly where it is. Can be help. Give me something to focus on.
Why, how many of your kids run around with a giant shoe on its back?
You would be surprised the things they get attached to. One of them carried a stone around for at least 5 years thinking it was a pet.
Mm. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Well then, let's go get sorted and see what trouble they've got themselves into.
Indeed. And we will go downstairs.
Cool. It is a non-school day, so the kids are just kind of hanging around in the orphanage, just playing with toys, hanging around with each other, messing about, as kids do. There appears to be no Devlin in sight.
I will walk into the kitchen and see if he's in there preparing breakfast. If not, I will do it myself.
See, there's a bunch of little already packed meals that he's already prepared for people, for most of the kids. The bunch of the older ones have already helped themselves. Some of the younger ones are kind of sitting around, but not sure what to do. So I assume that Elspeth will probably take charge and kind of go, okay, it's all right. You can have this one. You can have that one.
Yeah, 100%. And look at Cloud and go, don't think you could find him and see if he's in the house, would you? Otherwise it might delay our leaving to find the rest of them. I don't want to leave the kids by themselves.
Of course, I'll see what I can do.
Make me investigation check, see if you can find anything that will detain to whatever. Shit.
26, starting off nice.
Thanks, I think, yeah. Going around the house, you don't see him around. He's not clearly not on the property, but you do see that certain of his vestiges are all gone, and piles of paperwork that he had kind of lying about in his office have been obviously moved. So you can probably assume that he either went somewhere on business or some script. That currently is all you can discern right now, with no specific lead.
Yeah, I had after having a look around and go back. A few bits and pieces have been moved around, primarily paperwork and such. I assume he's gone and do some business, maybe something relating to some of the children or such.
Potentially. I'd message the others to come here until he gets back, but my concern is who. I don't want all of them here. As bad as that sounds.
I do not know. Would not be. I'd prefer to leave Eret with them, at least with him, but with the others, they won't get into too much trouble, I don't believe. But I'm not really sure who we can contact.
Why don't you go and be with them? I'll stay here until he comes back. He's never normally long. And I'll join you once he's back.
No, you're right. I'll stay with you until he returns. As I say, Eric's generally got things under hand. He's not a loose cannon like some of the others. I'm sure he can keep them in check.
I don't feel right leaving him with them by himself. Honestly. You go. Leave Lucius with me. I'll be fine. Me and the kids will go in the music room. I'll carry on the piano lessons that I've been having with some of them.
Fine, but I think the tavern's not too far away, so anything tell Lucia, and I shall be back as soon as I can. And he will click his fingers and the cat will appear on your shoulders.
And she'll go, I really need to teach you how to pronounce that name at some point. Who knows, maybe I'll teach you Elven. And give him a kiss on the cheek and see him to the door.
You see him through the door. A couple of the kids kind of wave him goodbye. Bye, Catman.
That's rude, children.
Claire will stand at the doorway as the kids are waving, and he'll tap his boot and use the wand of invisibility to go invisible, and he'll just like hold his finger up to his mouth and just go shh as he vanishes.
Kids are mesmerized. Like, where'd he go?
And they'll head to the tavern. Go check on the others.
Cool. You'll make your way towards the tavern. As you're making your way, the others are kind of just sitting around the aftermath of breakfast. There's people coming and going from the tavern. The door opens, and there's these short procession of like dwarven travelers who are like asking for rooms. The initial kind of get lukewarm response, and then leave again. Come back in with an extra little gold satchel, kind of renegotiate terms and get rooms upstairs. Doesn't seem to be a lot going on apart from that. This seems to be a fairly quiet morning. So once Cloud arrives, sees you all kind of sitting at the table.
Before I properly go up to them, while I'm technically still invisible, I'm just gonna have a quick once around the outside of the tavern, see if there's anybody sort of hanging around, keeping an eye on the place. If copies that suspicious or paranoid, just to see if I see anybody.
Make a perception check.
17.
17. You see a couple of familiar faces from the kind of see the underbelly and realise that there's a couple of class members kind of hanging around just doing their normal rounds. So now kind of get that whole sort of like thieves cant under the hood kind of like morning kind of signaling thing that they do. There's somebody doing it, apart from just kind of keeping a general sort of like watch out for various dealings nearby.
Fair enough. Seeing nothing of particular note, he'll head in and head up to the rest and just go, morning all, how are we feeling?
I'm still alive.
I thought you said you could handle your liquor.
I can.
I kept up with you shot drink for drink, and I seem quite surprised. Where you not so much.
Just gonna glare at him and go, I'll get you the next time.
Because next time he'll cheat.
Yeah. I can't see Eric's cheating. He's too straight edge.
But I'll help him.
Well, you joined in and you didn't do too well either. Now did you, Truvy?
Truvy does not remember not doing well. She thinks she did fantastically, in fact.
You're definitely looking in better shape than he does. In any case. And how about our new little friend?
Good morning. Just eating scraps. Eating some meat scraps. Do you want some?
I'm alright, thank you. Fresher stuff is usually a bit better.
How do you know?
Because I used to live on scraps.
Fair enough. Well, there's still a lot of people in this table with either no shoes or a lot of toe exposed. So I'm not feeling too great about that. But other than that, it's been a fantastic morning.
Well, mine are sort of not quite flip flops, but obviously my race need to have our toes exposed to use the fullest of our feline abilities.
Oh, alright. Guess that makes sense, but still freaks me out. I'm just excited to see what the rest of the day brings. Really, this is all very new to me. So, you know, you seem to have taught Trevi a lot. She says she's quite new, so I'm excited to see what I can learn. Mainly just excited about seeing all sorts of different pairs of shoes.
Trevi is visibly trying to think of things that she's learned since she's been part of this group and failing.
Turning people into chickens is fun.
Who said that?
It's a little pigeon on the windowsill just going, remember this? But one particular group of 5 that are about to enter the, I want to immediately recognise some of you. It is the Siege Ball team that you bumped into in the park the other day.
Oh,
You look over
joy.
and just let you go, you just kind of wave his over, like, hey, how you all doing?
Morning all. Not bad, how are you?
The halfling kind of just makes his way over and just sits down in a nearby chair and just goes, we're doing great, we're doing fantastic, everything's all going fabulous. At which point you hear the dwarf in the back going, he's talking shit.
You won a game yet?
Before the next one sits down, I would like to place my special bag on the chair. You know the one I'm talking
Do
about.
a hand check.
Yep. Can I guidance myself?
Fuck it, why not?
You can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
$13.
13, give me a sec. Okay. The halfling's already managed to get himself a seat, but as you're kind of like, this is going to be fun, get your special little thing out, get in position just as the next seat gets pulled out and it's the Goliath that goes to sit down, and everyone just sees the and a big stinking cloud appears. At which point the halfling goes, Jesus, Darius, that's just rude, man. Apologize to the good people. Pulls that thing also handkerchief and just starts like, oh god, sorry about that, and just kind of moves away from the table.
Tom's gonna be rolling on the floor laughing.
Looking at that, big Darius, the Goliath, is just kind of looking like a sort of straight face, but kind of partial alert, going, what, that wasn't me. Confused, severely confused. The see her from the water, and I see her at the bar with like the biggest red expression on her face. Is like, oh my god, just like embarrassed or hell. Just you know what, folks? The halflings like, we best probably go on our way, and we'll maybe see you in the quarters some other time. See you all, and just kind of shows the big guy the way, and he's just looking kind of confused, going, "But I didn't do anything. No, come on, you big motherfucker, move."
Maybe
gonna-
see you outside next time.
It's a rematch. At which point the dwarf is under that drink and just kind of, I guess we're leaving then. Downs it in one, tosses a couple silver at the barmaid, winks, and then walks out with him.
Tom would pick his whoopee cushion back up and just stuff it back in his bag, laughing his head.
Eric's going to look at Tom and go, that wasn't very nice. Hilarious. Not very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's part of my religion.
I didn't say it was a bad thing, and I said it wasn't very nice.
Good. I'm glad you see the funny side. We're gonna get along just fine.
Anyone wish to do anything whilst kind of sitting around and enjoying the morning?
Copy's just gonna kind of keep to herself generally if no one's talking to her. Just kind of look at the instruction manuals and just trying to add stuff to it.
I thought Copy was still upstairs.
I would have come downstairs a bit later, but I would have come downstairs.
Immediately as if Copy comes downstairs, Toto will be like straight on. Just be like, good morning. Can I get you
Who would?
anything? Do you want a drink? Tom would be like, yeah, it would just be like, morning. Can I get you anything? A drink, something to eat? Anything I can help you with? Just let me know. Just, you know, waiting for them shoes.
Oh, the shoes. They're not with me. I need to take you to where they are.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's no problem. I can wait. Do you want anything?
No, I'm fine.
Some nice scraps, some good meats, cheeses.
No, that's fine. Thank you, I guess. That's a bit of an odd thing to offer in the morning.
I don't really know.
Okay. No, I'm fine. Thank you for offering.
That's okay. Just let me know, and then Tom will sit right next to Elizabeth/Copy, just right in there, just looking her right in the face.
In terms of timeline, that's before Cloud came downstairs, right?
Nope. This is
after.
Cloud.
Okay. I'll look at Cloud and say, well, I don't really make the rules of where to go anymore, so we have to wait for everyone else to decide.
Well, you've got well, you said you can get this young gentleman the items he wishes. So why don't you go get them?
Does he intend to come with me, or am I going by myself? To be fair, either is okay. But I might forget.
You will forget what? That you're picking up shoes?
Yeah. It's something that doesn't really interest me, so...
It's quite simple. You go, you get the shoes, you come back. You make somebody happy. It's not exactly difficult now, is it?
Sure. I'll go and get your shoes then.
Brilliant. I'm so very excited. You honestly have no idea what this means to me.
Quick question.
Yes, question?
Sorry, cut you off.
Does Elizabeth have an earring? Communication earring thing.
Yes.
Right. Eric's going to turn round to Elizabeth and go, if you're going to get the shoes and anything you're worried about happen, you shout me on the earring and I will be where you are quick as I can. Do not engage the person on your own. Remember, it's a group activity.
I'll shoot him a message back on the earring saying, why do you care so much?
Because I choose to.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it.
But sure, if I get into trouble, I will mess.
That's all I'm asking. Thank you.
I'll kind of to everyone say, it shouldn't take me too long. Where do you want me to meet up, or do you want me to message you once?
Just message me once you've got everything and we'll meet up together.
Alright. I'll see you all shortly, I guess.
Good luck.
Tom will just wave frantically. Bye.
And I will head off towards Toto's brother's place.
Cool. You're making your way downtown. Okay, I know copyright's a thing, guys, but feel free to join in the song.
It did start playing in my head, I would like to point out.
Anything I just feel afraid I see Terry Crews just singing away in my head. But yeah, so as copies making their way to Toto's brother's establishment, Elspeth will be back in the orphanage, holding the fort.
We'll probably have gathered all the kids in the orphanage. There's probably one or two that I've been slowly teaching to play the piano, so I'll probably carry on in that. And have them all mucking around on instruments and things and just making a generally loud noise.
Oh yeah, you know their intentions are all good and they're learning and they're kids and they're mostly just mapping about the noises. Oh, you could probably wake up in the middle of the nine hells with the amount of noises just going on right now. But you're enjoying it as is, just the kids just faffing about and having fun. Your elf hearing, however, managed to pick up the distinctive knocking at the front door of the orphanage.
I will turn to the kids and go, stay in here. If I see any single one of you outside of this room, you're all going to your beds. So stay, please. And I will walk out and I will close the door behind me. And I will walk to the front door and I will answer it.
You answer the front door, and there is this short little gnome-like figure. You didn't initially see him at first. You kind of look over him, and I went, "Oh wait, sorry." Realizing he's tall, the stereotypical pointed hat with a little wagon behind him. Yeah. Oh, good morning to you, madam. I understand that this is the Devton School for Wayward Children and Orphanage.
She will laugh at the name and go, yes, apparently so, if that's what he's calling it. I think I'm the only wayward child he's had in a while, though the rest of them have been fairly well behaved.
Well, it's a working title. He's been mulling over the kind of the signage, which a friend of mine's doing for him, but he's never quite solved it. But anywho, Miss
Elspeth. And you are?
pulls out his hat, looks at it for a second, puts his hand in it, pulls out an egg. Oh, sorry, puts the egg down. Ah, here we are. It's a little kind of card. Here we are. Hands the card over.
I will take the card and I will pull out my glasses and pop them on, and I will read the card.
On the card, there's a little animated sketch of a little gnome who just kind of has his little wagon pulled up behind him, and as soon as he taps on someone's door, the wagon kind of just like goes and turns into a little kind of hut. He goes, "My name is Timothy O." Just an O. He said, and he sees it as he's saying it, that it's like Timothy, and a big massive O appears above where the little tent is on the card.
Nice to meet you. How can I help?
Oh, well, that didn't kind of hire me a little while back to do some like entertainment for the kids. It's like apparently it was someone's, and it was someone's birthday. One of the kids, he didn't mention which one.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
$23.
Only here for a kid's birthday party, but he's definitely here with business.
Well, Devton isn't here right now, so you might want to come back at a later date or a later time, because he's not told me about anyone coming for a birthday party, and considering there's a building full of children, I'd rather play it on the safe side.
He takes a second and kind of goes, "Keep the card. Yeah, it's a nice little business I've been running. It's been a lot of fun. But what if and when Devon returns, please let me know I've been round."
I will do. Any particular message you want me to pass along?
Oh, just tell him Timothy stopped by.
Will do. And I will close the door.
He seems to get a hop on his wagon, and then the wagon just kind of just moves away.
I will quickly run up to Devton's office and just pop the card on his desk and then go back to the kids.
Cool. You go in as one of them kind of just messing about with a violin type instrument that's recently kind of came into being in Amon's kind of musical circles. Apparently, someone made it at the Whitestone's kind of Tinkerers festival thing a while back, and it's been slowly getting more popular as an instrument.
That's an interesting instrument. I don't think I know how to play that one. Maybe you'll have to teach me.
Kids just looks at really big wide eyes and a big smile on their face at the prospect of teaching Elspeth how to play it.
She'll sit with them and pretend that she's learning to play it.
And the process is as the kid's pretty good. Got a bit of a knack for it. And whilst that's all carrying on, we'll go back to the rest. As you're all sitting in a tavern, minding their own business, an old man enters. Looks very familiar. Can't quite put your fingers on it. Why?
That's to the people in the tavern.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking we know quite a few old men now. I'm assuming it might be Copy's father, maybe? The one we were talking about last night?
Could be.
Technically, Devlin's an old man. Maybe it's him.
Then there's Vincent.
As you say, there's something about this old fella who seems very familiar, but doesn't seem to quite go with most of you.
Does Eric know who he is? Can I roll to see if he remembers?
Roll me an insight check.
Can I join in on that?
Oh dear.
Go ahead.
That is the thought it was going to be.
Claude can't put his finger on it, despite being the more sober one of the two. But Eric seems to realise, oh wait, that's the old caretaker from that other place that we were at the night before.
Okay. So the first bar that Eric was in.
The
Oh, no,
restaurant we were in last night.
The one that he's wearing last night, the one where Tom first appeared. See, you're rather raggedy old man. That's who this is.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna walk over and just go. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, you're quite a big, scary lad. Your dear hands of a couple coin to the barmaid as she's preparing something for him. Oh, did you all enjoy your stay last night?
A better venue we couldn't have found.
Oh, no need for false flatteries. If it wasn't to your liking, you can say so. I won't mind.
If it wasn't to my liking, you'd have heard me last night when I was very drunk, but today, trust me, everything was perfect.
You really are kind, good sir. If you'll excuse me a moment, just when the barmaid can pose it a little package, is that? Thank you, my dear. Takes it, puts it in his little satchel. Are the rest of your compatriots all just kind of having a nice little afternoon or morning or whatever it be? I kind of lose track of time at times.
Oh, we're doing okay today, yes. Everything seems to be ticking across quite nicely. How about yourself, sir?
That's good to hear. That's good to hear, you young folk. I'm just having a nice little morning. About to go visit one of my grandchildren, hence the little package.
Oh, it's always nice. I'm going to take a gold coin out of my pocket and give it to the old man and go, well, that's for your grandchild.
Oh, I could possibly, my good sir.
Don't worry about it. You last night, the impeccable services and everything else deserved more than you got paid anyway. So the least I can do is shine some niceties upon someone else like yourself today.
Oh, you really are very kind, sir. Takes the coin. Is in his little top pocket.
When you look as scary as I do, it's always nice to be nice.
Well, people tend to judge what they see rather than what they know. Now, pulls out a little kind of, and a little clockwork thing. These little gear shifting around a little dial in front of me. Like, oh, look at the time. I must be on my way. Have a pleasant day to you all.
You too, sir. Have a lovely day.
And he'll just kind of waddle his way out of the tavern, out the door, down the street.
That was a little bit random.
It's a nice old man having an adventure on his own.
Not everything in Taldor wants to kind of sneak up and kill you guys. Just a little heads up. Something nice.
Eric's going to turn to the cloud and just going to go, you need to enjoy the little things in life. Talking to a nice older gentleman, having a nice day, sun coming up, flowers in the garden, all that. So you need to enjoy the niceties in life because you see more than your fair share of darkness anyway. Especially us.
Don't get me wrong, I completely understand that, but just wait for a gentleman to walk into a tavern, look around, and then walk out.
He was picking something up for his grandson.
More than likely drugs.
I'm not going to judge if the grandson is happy.
I would
I've
like
got
to
new respect for you.
Not condone giving drugs to kids. Just a little public service thing we'd like to point out there before we go any further.
I'm going to make a quick point. This is an old man. They said grandson. His grandson could be like 40.
Could be.
You never said he was a child.
I don't know.
Just rolling a 6-year-old kid a nice big spliff. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Depending upon the race.
This is true as well. Like Cloud sort of looks in and goes, that's fair enough. I got a bit more. I've got a new light on you.
You got to enjoy the small things, man. Especially when you can only see half of them.
Oh, I generally get to see a lot more of what's coming. But, oh well. Let's take an easy day and wait for a little miss to get back with, and he'll sort of look at Tom. Our new friend's shoes.
He's going to go to Cloud going, we can do whatever we want today. We don't have to stay here. They can contact me whenever they need to. He's just going to point to the earpiece. And we can always go and pick it up then at that point. But we don't have to stay here. We can take Tom around and show Tom the nicer thing. Not fighting of raccoons and trash cans at 2 in.
True, but
I assume you have more important places to be, more important people to be with.
Oh, Elizabeth's taking care of the children as Devden's popped out on work-related stuff, but I don't really want to be too far, just on the off chance.
And on that note, we're going to pop out and have a little look and see what Copy is doing right now.
I'll kind of make my way to Toto's brother's workshop. Not necessarily going like super fast or super slow. I'm just gonna be very mindful of kind of not being so obviously seen.
So doing the whole collar up, trying to be inconspicuous. Yeah, close to where the workshop is. Do you carry on?
Yeah, I'll like go to the workshop, and once I get there, the guard should know me, so I'll make my way there.
The dwarf grumbles as soon as he sees you. Doesn't have any objections.
I'll make my way there and wait for someone to give me some indication. Well, I'll wait for him to kind of either open the door or just kind of walk in.
Yeah, do you have an appointment this time or what?
I never have any appointments.
You might need to wait. He's busy right now.
He'll make time for me.
He gives you a stern look. Yeah, I keep telling yourself that. I'm sure he'll let you know when he's finished.
Fine, I'll wait then. I'll perch up somewhere and wait for him to not be busy.
Cool. Good 20 minutes go by. Dwarf's just reading a little a book behind the counter. Another 10 minutes go by. Almost an hour's gone by. You know, doesn't seem to be any sign of Toto's brother coming from his office.
I'll look to the guard and say, "Are you sure he's in?" Because I guarantee he'll want to speak to
If you want to go up and chat the door, by all means, your funeral.
me. Okay, then. I'll go up and put my ear to the door, see if I can hear anything.
Make a perception check.
15.
It's a very thick door. You can't hear much. You can't hear anything.
I'll knock as loud as I possibly can on this door.
No answer.
Is it open, closed? No, it's closed, but is it locked or is it unlocked?
Do you want to try the door?
I want to try opening it, yeah.
It would appear to be locked. It's locked over tape.
I'll come downstairs and tell the guard. Tell him I came looking. He knows who I am. And he'll want to speak to me.
Sure. I'm sure he'll be jumping for joy to speak to whoever you are.
Tell him it was Elizabeth who called.
Ooh, Elizabeth. They kind of do that whole sort of like hands under the chin, ooh.
This guard knows who I am, right? He's seen me loads of times. Well, not loads of times. He's seen me enough to know who I am.
Right, yeah. You should know who you are.
I'll kind of give him a sideways look and be like, yeah, tell him I called. He knows how to get through to me. Tell him I have information that he will find really useful.
Okay, just nods. Acknowledgement.
And then I'll start heading back to the tavern. I'll message Eric saying, no dice, he's not in. Where are you guys?
Still in the tavern at the moment. We'll catch up with you as soon as we can.
No, I'll come and find you in the tavern.
What are you?
And I'll make my way to the tavern.
You'll start making your way back. Elspeth,
Mm-hmm.
as you're entertaining the children, you get a message from Gilmore. I have the names. Would you like them sent to you now, or would you like to pick up the list itself?
I will come and pick up the list if you wouldn't mind. I'm not in a position where I can note down the information you'll give me, and I'd hate to forget it.
My door's always open for you, my dear. Swing by any time.
I will do, thank you.
A lot of the kids who are either not playing the instruments or such are kind of not bored, but kind of like just kind of lingering about doing their own thing. And they kind of all look as soon as they hear the front door of the orphanage open and slam shut.
Looks like Devi might be home, children.
They're all kind of doing that kind of cautious look out in the corner. It would indeed.
Good morning, Devlin.
No response of him. As he just starts walking up the stairs. Does Elspeth wish to do anything as he's walking upstairs?
I don't think so. I'm trying to work out if she would. She'll probably send him a message and go, which one of us was the parent, which one was the child again? I forget.
Stops on the stairs for a moment and then continues walking.
She'll shout up the stairs, do you need me to hang around or am I okay to go?
You can come and go as you please.
Well, apparently I didn't learn my maturity levels from you. And I'll walk out the door at that point.
A couple of the kids kind of seen peeking around the corner of a door. As soon as they see you walk out, they kind of just like wave, kind of haphazardly.
I'll wave back and smile. I'll see you soon. I might not be back for a while, but I'll see you soon.
Kids will wave back just as the door shuts.
I'll throw my hood up and I will walk to the tavern that we left them in last night.
Cool. Elizabeth will arrive back at the tavern just while that exchange was happening.
Was it anything unusual at all, or was it just a pretty standard walk?
Pretty standard walk.
Cool. I'll come back and look at our... Is it a goblin friend? Tom? I'll say. He wasn't there. Sorry.
Who?
The person who's got the shoe.
Is that a joke? That's a good one.
It's not a joke. He wasn't there.
You can still get him, right?
Yeah, once I find him.
Yeah, cool. I'll just stay with you until you find him. You seem trustworthy.
Oh,
What are we laughing at?
nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
Do me a favor. Stick closer to the big guy. Not me.
He doesn't know where the shoes are.
He does. I told him, yes, last.
Yeah, like you. You had the shoes. You've been in possession of the shoes, so therefore, you must be some sort of like messenger of my deity. So I'll just hang around with you. You seem nice.
Oh, you're being serious about that?
Yeah.
No. Hang around with the big guy.
No, it's okay.
All right. I guess.
Cool.
I'll kind of do the little awkward head pat thing, where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm at least trying.
God damn it. Tom just smiles, nods his head, looks very happy.
And I'll message Era saying, help, 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 help.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Just take him, look after him. I don't know how to do this thing. I've never done it.
Then learn.
What?
You have a friend.
What?
You don't have to look after it. It's not a dog. He'll feed himself. He'll bathe himself. He'll look after himself. All you have to do is be nice.
What?
You'll do fine.
What? None of
won't-
what you said makes sense.
You just make sure that anything that tries to stab him, you stab first. And I'll get in the way of anything trying to stab him, okay?
Oh, okay.
Well, that little pep talk's going on. Treevy. Is Dom still here?
Dom.exe has stopped working.
I'll come back to Treevy. So. That way, still not there. Everyone's all just sitting around. It's quite day. It seems like there's nothing offensive going on. The tavern just seems to be having a bit of a slow start to the day. Then there's a bunch of workers come in to start having the usual sort of like overload banter between themselves. Cloud will get a message from a certain member of the class, Benjamin Cassie. Sorry, I got my head to mess up there. Benjamin saying, "Well, oh boy, I've got some details for you."
Where and when?
It's Dockyard 4, Section 12. 2 days. Roughly around midnight.
Dock 4, Section 12, 2 days' time, midnight. We'll see what we can do.
Now remember here, boy, this is a very big score. Do this, and you'll be on the first name basis with probably the spiraling of them on by the end of the week.
No. we'll see how things go, and I may have a bonus for you as well.
Mm-hmm. Now you really got my attention, boy. Speak soon.
Soon be it. After that, I assume, obviously, Cloud would know when that Elizabeth is on her way via the Trism.
Yep, she'll be arriving in a few minutes. Alright.
Yes.
You notice that there's a certain gentleman at the bar kind of looking your direction and starts to make his way over with, pardon me, sir, you look like you're, well, relatively strong lad.
I'll stand up and go, yes. Can I help?
Just for the moment you're silent, goes, we have a bit of a problem out in the back storeroom. If you wouldn't mind giving us a slight helping hand, possible coin in for it, for your efforts.
No problem at all. Just turn to Cloud and go, going to lend these people a hand. I'll be back in 5 minutes, okay?
Fair enough. Don't hurt yourself.
Ah. I'll just follow the guy through and go, so how can I help?
Well, you see, he kind of looks at this like part section of like the kind of specialist shelves where kegs usually sit out and wine barrels usually sit on. One of them seems to have keeled over somehow and is blocking like the basement entrance. He's like, would you be able to maybe move this back to where it should be? We've tried and none of us have the strength to move it.
No problem, I'll give it a go.
Go make a strength check.
Oh no. It's a good check, but I think it's a little bit too high.
Yeah, sure, no problem, sir. And you just kind of like literally just that sort of like Superman style, just like back in place. Guy's gobsmacked, you know, so you're like, well, thank you. That was. Albert comes back and he gives a little coin purse and goes, I only have 10 silver. Sorry if that's not too much.
I just tell him to keep the money. It's like, you don't need to pay me for it. Don't worry about it. It's just moving one thing. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Thank you for your help. I'll make sure that someone, comes around to your table for a couple of drinks as a thank you.
I don't think drinks are a good idea today. Don't worry about it, honestly. I will return to the rest of the group.
Cool. As you return, Elspeth will be walking through the door.
She will probably get to the door, go to push it, and go, maybe not, and just go to the Tristram and go, when they're ready, I'm outside.
Getting that and seeing Eric come back, Cloud sort of stands up and we all ready?
I'll just look at everyone else and kind of go, I'm ready. Shall we take Tom out and about in the town?
Can do. He might see some other shoes he might be interested in.
We can always take him to our favourite magical man who can make him maybe some special shoes of his own.
True. Seems to be spending a lot of time there, though. And saying that, I don't think mine and yours equipment will be ready for another day.
Well, we can always show our new friend around. Let him see the sight. To be fair, I haven't seen them yet either.
Well, if Tom, Trevi, Elizabeth is ready, Elizabeth is waiting for us outside.
Woo! I'm excited.
Eric's going to look at Tom and go, "Can you keep up with us?"
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm a feral child of the streets. I can keep up with anybody.
I'm gonna look at Tom and go, "Do you know who else is a feral child?" I'm just gonna look at Cloud and go, "That one."
Oh, you eat scraps, and oh, you did eat scraps. You are like me, just bigger and hairier, and a cat. I've had a few cats and raccoons and more cats. So yeah, makes sense.
Oh dear, I think you'll fit in just fine with us.
And I'll look up Elizabeth, and I'll just grab a kind of just like I can't remember what the word is, leg sleeve, and
Trouser leg,
Trousers like.
yeah, that's the one.
the leg
And
sleeve.
then, just tug, like, come on.
Head
At that
down,
point-
that's what Goldberg referred to as for trousers as leg sleeves.
So I'm gonna message Eric again. I'm like, so he's now my responsibility.
No, he's not your. He's gonna tap the earpiece and go, "No, it's your responsibility." He just wants a friend. He wants someone that he can look up to and talk to and have fun with. He's not a fish. He's not a cat or a dog.
But then he needs a mentor, and I'm not really a mentor.
I'm not saying teach him how to stab people. I'm saying teach him what food might taste nice and what's good to drink. Be a friend. You're not teaching him how to murder. That's our job.
I
We're
can
teaching-
technically teach him that.
Just let him enjoy things. What food do you like? What drinks do you enjoy? He wants someone to be nice to him. He's been fighting raccoons most of his life. I'm pretty sure that you are nicer than a raccoon.
If a pigeon could shrug right now, they'd be just one randomly just sitting here going, well, I don't know.
Actually, I'm generally thinking the same thing as well, out of character.
Eric's trying to see the nice in everyone.
But yeah, as you guys are making way, Trevi, since you're still here for a brief moment, you notice something.
Is it shiny?
Fluffy is more the word.
Oh yes. What do I notice?
You can hear the kind of distinctive flutter of a particular kind of wing that amongst all the crowds, people just don't really notice. You pick out as it sounds oddly familiar. When you look over, you can just see hiding in a little barrel in a shaded area. It looks like it's got tiny little bunny ears, but it's got like big insectoid eyes, and it looks like don't know. I've never actually been able to find this species or whatever time it pops up on my social media stuff, but it's basically like a big giant fluffy moth.
Oh, do I recognize like what species?
Not immediately, but you do feel a sense of familiarity with this little critter.
Can I approach it?
As you're approaching, there's like a quite rotund human shopkeeper with like a club trying to go, oh, there it is. And goes to try and smack it.
Hey, leave it alone.
He kind of goes, what's it to you?
Well, what's it to you? It's not hurt you. Look at it.
You see him just like retreating back into the barrel, just like scared.
Can I try and coerce it out?
Make an animal handling check. It looks a bit apprehensive at first, seeing the big guy, but as soon as you put your hand out, it just kind of like scurries up it and goes on your shoulder.
Oh, hey, little guy. What are you doing here?
He's gonna just like see its wee face, gonna just tilting back and forth, looking up and down.
I'm gonna try and talk to it. Use it. Speak with animals.
Cool. You speak with animals, and the first one that comes out of his mouth is "Mama." This thing apparently thinks it's your mother. You're its mother.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, I'll be your mother.
When he's gonna flutter out in excitement, and then just gonna cruise at your neck, and the shopkeeper guy's looking at you of it. That is one ugly little ball of fluff. Oh, well,
No,
if you want to take it, by all means, get away from my shop.
I just shoot him a horrible look and stick my tongue out. And cast. No, I'm kidding.
We're gonna cast now. Go on. Let's see where this dark thought.
No, I'm not gonna. It was an impulse. I was gonna say contagion.
But harsh. But we'll glaze over that for the time being.
That was just a dark thought.
Seriously, dark thought. But yeah, you now seem to have, and it's about this half the size of the Tristram. Little fluffy moth thing. They're just kind of curling up in your shoulder. It looks like from a distance you've got like a fur collar. Just the way it sits.
Amazing. Can I ask him what his name is?
He kind of looks like kind of puzzled, saying, "Don't you remember?"
Oh, do I remember?
Make a history check. You do remember, and the thing is, name is. And at this point, the character creation thing would pop up and go, "Insert name here." You now get to name this little bugger.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's a big responsibility. I will have a think about what your name was.
If you could look confused, it would be. But then let's look back, wonder where Trevi's went.
I guess I'll run out then. And have they walked way ahead?
Not too far ahead, but they kind of got a bit of a distance on you, so you'll eventually catch up.
I'm gonna sprint. I'm so excited.
Cool. You rejoin the others?
Yeah, and when I rejoin them, I guess I'm pretty tired, so I'm definitely gonna ask Erat for a piggyback.
Eric's just gonna look at him and go, "Fine."
They're very strong.
Aware of that. Flattery will get you everywhere in the world.
Cool. Trevi's well happy.
But yeah. You guys are making your way. I'm guessing at that point Dom's gonna bounce for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll be quick.
Cool. So we'll have the rather excited Trevi kind of just like getting piggybacked by the Dragonborn for the time being with this new little fluffy moth kind of just clutched on. As you guys are heading off in town, please everyone make me a perception check.
Close the moth.
2 natural ones in perception checks, guys. Y'all don't see shit. It almost takes an amount of skill not to perceive things as well as you guys have.
I mean, Copy is really confused at this moment as to why this goblin has basically just clung on to her. So she's like kind of super distracted.
Although Elspeth is hyper perceptive.
Yeah, as Elspeth is like marveling at your like ineptness to just like constantly bump into every possible object in person, along with Tom. Like, two of you are almost like deserving of a laughter track right now, the amount of just like pinballing you're doing. Elspeth, on the other hand, does spot someone.
Do I know who this someone is?
A tiefling you met very long ago. Back in Stilben when all this shit first kicked off between you and your compatriots. A rather flamboyant gentleman, if you recall. Mr. Goldie Noldair.
Oh,
the
yes.
tiefling. And he's sitting there with his little travelling caravan. Seems to be just dealing with a customer right now.
I'll point him out to the rest. Well, to the only people that would recognise him, which at this point is Cloud.
It's been a while since we've seen him.
Yes, it has. And a lot of change. I just realised you're the only person still in the group other than myself that was here when the... Well, not even when the group was formed, that would just be me.
Cloud just sort of squeezes your hand a little bit. If I remember correctly, he had some interesting items.
Yes, I do believe so.
Be worth having a little bit of a nose to see what he's picked up in the this time he's been.
Yeah, probably definitely worth a chat. Who knows, maybe he'll have some magical shoes for our little companion.
And Cloud will head over and sort of have a look at his wares while he's dealing with his other customer.
Cool. You look around and you can see there's various little knickknacks on display and a couple other things kind of stashed in the back you think are of value. And just so we can Goldine say, "Now, be sure to come back any other time, my boys and girls." And he kind of crosses his arms, sits kind of inquisitively at Cloud, goes, "Hello, my boy. How are you today?"
Not too bad, I found. Long time no see. Hope you've been well.
As well as one can be on his butt. How are you, myself, and how have you been? How's your travels been?
I am relatively well. The travel's chaotic and unexpected, let's say.
The best kind,
But,
then. The best kind.
pardon?
It's the best kind.
I've had unexpected adventures before, but they usually go and end a little bit better than what we have. But oh well. So, have you picked up anything of interest on your journeys?
You could say that. And you see he's got someone just pops up from behind the back of the little cart. It's like, there's another tiefling. Not one you met before. And you kind of realize that, someone call me? Is it? And you see Goldie's hand go, nope, get in the back. You could say that. Picked up a few things here and there. But couple items of curiosities. Depends what you're looking for.
I don't think I'm really looking for anything in particular, but and he sort of looks at the rest of the just looks at Elspeth and then the rest of the group.
Can I? Because I don't know this guy, do I? But based on the conversation, it seems like he's selling like magical items and stuff.
Among other things. There's a
Um,
lot of them.
yeah. Can I approach him and say, what do you have in terms of making you more, let's say, perceptive or harder to find, or any sort of magical weapons either, as well?
Let's have a quick whistle at that whistle. Well, I'm fresh out of weapons, I'm afraid. I do have something to make you well perceptive.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's getting closer.
Yeah.
Or she's getting closer again because you're still quite far away.
Yeah. I'll move up close to the shop if that's where you're going to be flying.
You may get right up to the counter.
Okay.
And he goes into his top pocket and pulls out a pair of spectacles and goes, "These will make you really perceptive." He puts them on. Unfortunately, folks, I made my last kind of major sale and I've been told I have to be elsewhere. But it was very nice to see you and you again, pointing to like Cloud and Elspeth. Goes, there is one little thing you could probably do for your old friend Goldie, if you're so inclined.
Yeah, you can always say, and we can always see.
I need to pop off in a little bit of a hurry, and I can't stop by my old friend. You might not know him. You might have heard of him only in passing, but Mr. Sean Gilmore.
Cloud sort of looks at the group. Well, I think we've heard of him. Flamboyant magic person. Got a silly sign outside his shop, I think.
Magic man.
As soon as you mention the sign, you just hear Golding kind of like childish go. He didn't actually go for it, the fucking madman. Oh, that's the very one.
What is it you need?
It's not really what I need. It's what I would like to give, and he kind of reaches down, small little box, hands over.
Just a delivery job, eh?
If you find the time.
I think that's simple enough.
If you'll excuse me, and at which point he'll snap his fingers and the whole kind of little short front will fold into a carriage. Goldie's now on the top of it and kind of goes, "Nice to see you all. We'll see you all again soon now, I hope." And the carriage just starts to roll away.
Having seen the shop go from a shop to a carriage, Elspeth will remember the gnome and send a message going, "I know you probably don't want to hear from me. This is to Devon. But someone named Tom came to the door while you were out. I didn't want to let him in because he didn't seem trustworthy, but I thought I'd let you know."
I found the card. Thank you.
And Elspeth will sigh out loud.
You're right, my dear.
Family feud ongoing.
Well, may go on for a while, but in the end, you're still family.
True. Anyway, shall we carry on sightseeing and tour giving?
Of course, you know most of the better part of this city than I do. If you want to lead on.
I also have the potential to know the less nice parts of this city as better than you do. I have, what, 8 times your age on you? That is a scary thought.
True. Very true.
I will give a tour. Ending at Gilmore's.
Spend a good little half hour just showing the kind of local hotspots, and then eventually arriving at Gilmore's. It would appear that there's a sign on the little projection saying out of order. Other than that, everything seems business as usual at Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Before we go in, I'm going to turn around to Tom and go, Tom, this is a special shop. I advise you not to touch anything unless you're told you're allowed to.
I can't promise that because if there's shoes about, I'll probably touch them. Like a nice pair of loafers or something. I'll probably take them.
Scott, obviously I've been in Gilmore's a few times. How high is the ceiling in Gilmore's?
About 20 feet.
Okay. Tom, how about this? I'll make you a little deal here. You get to feel how it feels to be really tall, but you don't touch anything without asking me.
I don't know.
We may be able to get you special shoes that are just for you.
Maybe it's just better to just take the shoes.
Don't steal the shoes in here. This is our friend. We don't steal from our friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to steal them. If there is any.
Just gonna turn to Elizabeth and go, we need to watch him. He might steal Gilmore's shoes.
Noted.
Not for his feet. Just
Yes.
like any that are lying around.
I would have to say, if you did steal him off his feet, that would be very, very skillful.
I could try.
Do
Then
not
it will.
try.
Alright, I tend to go for ones that people leave unattended.
But they might be really nice ones.
Cloud!
I'm just gonna shoot Cloud a look like, what are you doing?
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
I'm sure he's got some spare shoes in his room, of course. If we can get, it's behind the counter normally.
Not a problem.
I'm just gonna give Elizabeth that look of like, what are they doing?
Elizabeth, dear, I understand that you might not know the difference between right and wrong at the best of the times, but try not to encourage other people, huh?
Finding nice shoes is part of my religion.
Eric's just gonna let out that wee kind of like under the breath, kind of like, oh no.
If you see some nice shoes that you think you would like, let one of us know and we will see what we can do. It might be better to ask. If they're a friend, they may just give them to us without having to steal. But ask first, if you wouldn't mind. Because there are people out there that, if you're caught stealing their shoes, they're fairly dangerous, and I would hate to see you hurt. And I'm fairly sure your god or goddess wouldn't want to see you hurt either. They would rather you not steal the shoes if it meant you got hurt.
Okay. If I see any shoes, then I'll let Eric know. Then Eric can take them. Because he's pretty big and he's pretty strong, so he can probably get hurt more than I can.
He's not wrong. Let's go inside. If you like the shoes, you tell me you like the shoes. Just gonna slide over to Elspeth and go, why have I now adopted a goblin?
I think we've all adopted a goblin.
Why are only two of us acting like parents?
Because apparently my the person that was a parent along with me before you came along seems to have given up the job.
No, Cloud has always been like this. You know he has.
I know.
Father. Just saying.
I'm the cool adult. I'm the cool parent.
That's basically what he is. He's the cool uncle who's been in a holding pattern for the last couple of months. Now that the true dad's arrived, he's like, yep, time off now. Yay.
It's
Shall
fine.
Shall we go inside?
Let's go inside. We'll be fine.
Go inside, and of course Gilmore's just sitting there waiting for your arrival. Well, hello, and welcome to Gilmore's Glorious... Oh, wait, yeah, it's just you guys.
Anyone would think you were waiting for us, Gilmore.
He tasted that whole sort of like, oh, would I do that? Put on a show and a dance for... Yeah, I would. I would. How are we all today?
Not bad, not dead.
That always helps, I found.
I'm very good, thank you, fancy man. Can I have a look at your shoes?
He looks sort of perplexed for a moment and goes, my shoe?
I think he means any that you've potentially got on sale and not the ones on your feet.
Yep.
Well, I have a couple of curious items for sale in that department. You can have was an electro shoe box. Puts 2 pairs of shoes on the table.
How'd they look?
Okay, one set looks like a set of running shoes.
Nah, not them ones.
Goes to the ones, and now these ones make quite a bit of a statement when you look at them. Stiletto heels, bright red, little diamante bits and this going up the back of the stiletto heel.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Tom's really examining them like a fucking jeweler. Like he's really getting a look at all of it. Not bad. Not bad. But he's also slightly distracted by trying to look at what shoes Gilmore has on.
See what you can see. trying to do? You homing that shit like a fucking Terminator?
Beep.
The little readout in your mind giving you the exact sort of like make and branding of these rather dapper looking sandals that Elder feet right now. Gilmore's got on his feet.
What about those? And I'll just drop the stiletto back into the box. Are those for sale?
Kind of looks confused at his own feet. What, these?
Yeah.
Are you being serious? And he kind of looks over at Elspeth and the others.
I'm just gonna be sitting there nodding, going,
What if I told you they were part of a pilgrimage?
Make a persuasion check.
Ah, god damn it.
You know, looks at that sort of like, okay, funny. I'm not quite sure what the punchline is, but funny.
Eric's just gonna look at Gilmore and go, he's telling the truth, by the way.
Just
Very confused now. So whilst you speak, he goes, on another note, I've got this, and he kind of like holds over a little paper bag, kind of parcel. He goes, your banner,
Ah, yes!
just as you had asked for.
I gratefully take it off of him. Thank you very much.
Also, I did figure that it would take quite a relatively powerful spell to reset. And kind of does the whole sort of like gesture to your head there, and however he would phrase it in real world terms, he would basically say it will take either greater restoration or remove curse to fix your memories.
I can do them.
Eric's eyes are gonna widen slightly. He's gonna look at Elsbeth and just go,
I cannot do those, I'm afraid. You will need to trust someone else with magic, Eret.
He's just gonna keep having his eyes dart towards Tom, like, just gonna point and going, he's addicted to shoes. He was eating scrap from the plate this morning.
And he has been gifted magical abilities by someone higher than us. I will let you two have a chat, and I will pull Gilmore through to the back if he's willing.
He'll say no pulling required and kind of just like opens the door for you. Would you got any really pompous displays of like bead things in front of the door? I'm just imagining Gilmore would be the kind of guy to have those.
Yep, me too. So I will walk through.
Cool. You walk through and he says, yeah, how can I help you?
I believe you have the list for me.
That. And you'll go over and pull out the little bit of parchment with the names on it.
Thank you. Quicker than I expected it. I do hope they were respectful.
Some more than others.
Thank you. I didn't want... Those guys are having a good day. I didn't want to ruin it by unpleasant things.
And you kind of just look you up and down and gonna go, and how are you, Elspeth?
That is a complicated question that I don't think I know the answer to. Better than I think I am. Not as good as I should be.
And what exactly are you measuring yourself to when you say it should be?
Normal?
Boring. Sorry. No. I wouldn't waste my your thought on that, my dear.
Well, I'd rather be normal than currently have the inability to be by myself. To not want to walk into a tavern. To stress about going to sleep at night because of what I might focus on. I'll take normal. But I'll get there.
We're gonna put you in for a wee quick hug and just go. It takes time. It takes time, my dear.
I'm sure it does. By the way, I know you and Devon occasionally have conversations. Can you... I don't know. He's angry at me at the moment. I don't blame him, but still, if you happen to have a chat, see if you can calm him down for me.
Well, you know what you can be like when you get to a bit of a tiff. I'm sure after I have a couple of words, it'll help cool him off a little bit.
Hopefully.
Hmm.
Anyway, we should go back. I believe Cloud was handed a parcel for you, so we should remember that when we go out.
A parcel?
From Gildine? Is that his name?
Oh. Oh. No, I am curious. And he kind of just like goes through the beads. Anyone?
I will follow through.
Oh, right. Here it was.
Cool.
I'm going to be... Ooh.
So there's your turn. Sorry, as you go.
I'm going to look at Tom and go, Tom, see your abilities, your magic. How good at it are you?
I've never really been able to compare myself to anybody else before.
Okay.
How good are you at it?
Oh, I can't do it.
Then I'm better than you.
That's not hard. I just have really bad issues when it comes to magic, and I might need you to do me a favor.
What do you need? You've been good to me. Treevy vouches for you. You're Treevy's dad. Treevy's pet friend.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Okay. A nasty person took my memories. I need someone to bring them back.
Yep.
Remember that Gilmore said about greater restoration?
Yep.
Can you do that to me?
Not right this second. I can remove curse right this second.
I think that was also one of the options.
That one I can do right now. Greater restoration, I'll have to get St. Hubbins to swap it for me for something else, but I can do it tomorrow, but I can remove curse.
Gilmore just re-entered the room, yeah?
Yep.
Gilmore, remove curse will do this, right?
Absolutely.
Eric's just gonna close his eyes and goes,
I am
fine.
gonna need one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need some like rubies crushed up real small like dust, about 50 gold pieces worth.
Eric's now contemplating whether his memories are worth this. He's gonna turn to look at Cloud and Elsbeth and go, "Is it really worth it?"
No, it'd definitely be interesting.
Gilmore, do you have any of these ingredients?
I have this, and I will pull out a ruby that I've had since the very beginning of the game that's worth about 500 gold. I have never used it. I don't plan to use it. We could crush it down and then you'll have lots for if we end up in situations where we need remove curse.
The decision is yours.
I am happy to give it up. As I said, it's been in my inventory. Well, inventory? That's not the word she'd used. It's been in my bag since about 3 months now, so I wasn't keeping it for anything special. I've just never used it, so may as well. Maybe I can trade it with Gilmore for actual crushed ruby dust of a 500 gold, so I don't have to do it. And I'll look
You know,
at Gilmore.
you know what? Ignore all that bullshit because it doesn't need any components. That's just what comes in automatically in the spell. Like in the, you know, it's grayed out in Roll20.
Oh.
So, yep, no, actually, I've just remembered. Yeah, I've just remembered I don't actually need anything, and I can just do it. It's your lucky day.
I will pop it back in my pocket then. It can sit there for another day.
Eric's just gonna look at Tom and go, "Please don't mess this up."
No, I won't. I'm pretty good. Have you not seen how many shoes I've stolen?
Thievery and magic are different.
Yeah, but I give the shoes for the magic.
Me and magic are not friends.
Well, me and magic are, and I'll just touch Eric's knee and I'll cast remove curse.
Cool. Takes a few moments. You don't think anything initially happened. You question yourself: did I do it right? You pull one of the random shoes off your belt and goes, maybe this will happen. And as soon as you slap him on the forehead, it takes you a bit of a kind of jump to do it.
Just
As soon as
shoot me.
as soon as you makes contact with the forehead, Eric suddenly just gets a waft of like sound and sights and smells, all the memories returning. And with that, give me and Foss a moment, folks, as we jump into the Whisper channel.
Where the hell is that?
Oh my god, this has never happened, has it?
Nope.
The what?
It's up.
No.
It's above the alpha group chat, Foss.
Ah,
Oh,
See,
good
normally I
lord.
just do it- Right, normally I just do it for the sake of just like involving everybody, but I thought specific for this.
Go.
No, excited.
He's already gone.
Yeah, give me a second. I've lost track of the Whisper channel.
Sam might be able to drag you up there, being an admin.
Got it. Give me a sec.
Is this what it feels when I do it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
This is really weird that Scott's doing it. This is we've been playing nearly a year and it's never happened.
Is it bad that it feels a little bit like he's learning from me?
That's good.
So yeah, have we decided on Drastic Measures as a group name then?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just means when anything happens, we don't have to take extremely drastic measures.
Oh, I want Toto back already.
I want my sword.
I told Scott, I was like, the first time Toto stops on the way to Whitestone, he's going to mail the sword and some letters back. And Scott was like, yeah, he will. In time.
I've already got an idea that we will probably might be heading to Whitestone.
I have the teleportation circle for it now.
And I've got a cache of guns that might need to go there.
Well, I hope you don't go there before the fucking sword gets to him on.
Fucking hell, I hope not.
Never getting that sword.
As I said, that sword is going to last in my hands about 2 seconds before someone takes it off of me, I swear. Because when they succeed against the saving throw of the Vicious Mockery you cast with it, the sword starts insulting the wielder.
Oh, Jesus.
Yup. Only a discussion between me and Scott. That's not going to be just any old voice that's throwing insults back at Elspeth.
Brilliant. I'm also really excited about Friday.
There is no game Friday.
Oh, god damn it! I just remembered.
Scott,
Are you not going to Comic-Con, Sam?
No.
I thought you were.
Yeah, I was, but now I'm not. It's my wedding anniversary, and we went to Comic Con on our wedding anniversary last year, so didn't really.
So it's now officially a tradition, though, so you've got to keep up with it, right?
that's not how it works.
Yeah,
Is it not?
unfortunately, no.
See, that's why I'm single, guys. None of the hassle.
See, every
yeah,
other
that's
year.
why it is.
I think every other year. I mean, she decided what we're doing this year. I decided Comic Con last year. I think we're going to either America or Japan next year.
Oh,
Nice.
And then, yeah, I don't really know what happens on the 4th year. Suicide Pact.
Well, me and Jay will have been in 2021. It will be our 10-year of dating anniversary. So I think, all things going well, that will be our wedding date.
Yeah.
And we will turn up in our characters.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Though I need a cat onesie.
I need to grow some mutton chops.
No, you don't. They get singed off.
What did we walk into?
Discussion about the fact that they're going to come to my wedding dressed as their characters.
I know a fursuiter. I could get a Dragonborn outfit made.
I think Jason would kill me.
Could you get a tabaxi one as well?
Tabaxi's
Ooh,
easier.
If that's a legit thing for us, I might need to be in touch with your Dragonborn making associate.
It's not a legit thing. You can't come dressed as your characters to my wedding.
Try and stop us.
I'm talking literal thing here. Is like, hey, if you can know someone who can make a Dragonborn outfit, I'll be calling.
It's just getting someone that makes a scaly outfit and toning down the stomach and chest piece.
But I can't do that, boss. That's why I need someone else to do it.
I'll see the
Well,
information I can get.
What would Scott even come as the DM? He'd have to come as an NPC.
Just comes
If I
as
stand up
God.
with Jackson, do you think I'll get yeeted out of the venue quick enough?
He just comes as Gilmore.
Scott would have to come as the first major villain we had, Aphrodite.
But
She wasn't the first major villain you had.
I think it fits. It should work.
Okay, if Scott's going as the first major villain we had, when I was in the group at least, you'd be fucking bound to the bed with a ball gag.
How about the goblin?
He comes as Justice.
Oh,
That's why the suit was mentioned. Hey, that gorgeous. You sure about this?
oh,
Anyway,
we're still on stream.
Yes,
I
we
know.
are.
Okay. So Eric's just kind of standing in the middle of the room, kind of shaking his head, and he just kind of puts his head down and he goes, no.
How was my magic?
Oh, it worked. Part of me
Really
wishes
good.
it didn't.
I'm fairly sure I know what part of it is of you that wishes it didn't. Is that somewhere south of the border?
Nope. She wasn't lying. She's not the one that took my memories.
Ah, but you will know who did, so... Well, I was going to say you can get them back, but you don't need to get them back. You have them now, although... What did she take from you, or what was taken from you that weren't your memories? You should know that by now.
Other items, but right now there's something slightly more important. So there was a fourth person that came in.
Way
Silence, Tom.
inappropriate.
Inappropriate for someone of your age. So there was a fourth person with braided black hair, deep blue dress, relatively dark blue skin, tiefling. Left me a message to fetch tomes for them whenever I found them. And gave me a way to call upon them, which we could probably use to our advantage, being that their name is Persephone. They were the one that screwed with my head.
Okay. Interesting. So does she also have the items that were stolen from you?
I believe that's the most logical conclusion. The memories I've got back right now don't point to that, but the memories I got back right now give me a way to call upon them.
Well, let's not do that in the middle of Gilmore's shop.
At that
Yeah.
point, Gilmore types up and goes, yeah, as curious as I am to find out what this little twist goes, not in the shop.
Cloud, I believe you have something for Gilmore, if I remember correctly.
No, yes. A tiefling gentleman called Goldine.
Oh, yes. What did he leave for me?
That Cloud pulls out the little box he gave him and asked us to drop this off. So, hope you know what that is.
I have my suspicions. And he kind of reaches out for the box.
Cloud pops it in his hand.
He's a little bit giddy at the prospect. Opens it up away from everything. All you see is like a glow. And he just closes it and goes, oh, the dastardly bastard. Excuse me a second. He goes to put the box into the other room. Goes back in. So, what tomes was it? He was trying to change the subject. So, what tomes was it this lady wanted you to find for her?
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm about to. That's what the part when you're revealing them all here. The list of tomes that you'll give off. first couple, if I can remember exactly the ones I have said about, includes Lord Fining's Guide to the Cosmos and the Cosmic. There is also another one that involves the kind of gathered Archmage notes regarding the Calamity and the Divine Gate and how the various kind of cosmic beings, the betrayer gods and Argonajit all ended up on the other side of it. Which, as Eric's starting to describe all these tomes, Cloud realizes
I've got them all.
you've got them all, including a couple in that bundle that you never actually got to read.
Yeah, we've been a bit busy.
Yeah. The last one that he mentions is actually, it doesn't actually have an official name. It just has a selection of notes on it and dates that go back to the Chroma Conclave's invasion of Amon. It has entries from Alora Vysoren, Seeker Rasum, and has collected notes from someone known as the Green Deceiver, all in one book, with side notes involving certain other important individuals noted in the back of it, including a Percival from Muso, blah, 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 blah. You recognise Percy's name right off the bat. And it all has the collected notes are listed in this book.
Yeah, sort of look at Gilmore and go, any idea what the relevance of these books could be?
Well, dare say what they would probably need all these for, and he kind of looks at the pen and goes, "Can I have a look at the collected notes one for a sec?"
So, opening his handy haversack, go. They haven't been able to find them because obviously not on this plane, but should be okay for now. And Glau will reach in his bag and hand him that one.
Cool. He takes a look through the first few pages and goes, "Hey, I have a little entry in here, and I don't mention me by name." Kind of does that whole sort of mock, kind of hissy sort of huff about it, like didn't put my name on it. And then kind of revelation comes to him as to what the contents of that book is. It is the collective notes on the ziggurats that were placed around Exandria. One underneath Whitestone and one in Ank'Harel in particular. Mostly the one in Whitestone, but there was also a set of notes leading back to the one in Ank'Harel as another example of site. The various nasty magics and construction methods and details related to such.
Does anybody have any way to, if it's all right with you, Gilmore, to put up a protective thing so people can't scry or look at some stuff that I could possibly show you?
I could maybe find something. She asked me something about that the other day, and he goes to look back on something. At that point, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
that was a subliminal command. And upon seeing that book, your immediate response is to slam your foot into the ground. Say her name, Lily.
Persephone.
And in a pillar of blue smoke, this tiefling lady appears like, that was a lot quicker than I could have expected. She kind of looks around and just sees everybody in the middle of it, and she goes, we're in a shop. What kind of crazy shopkeeper would have it? And she sees Gilmore and goes, I have a reputation at the very least. I'm kind of serious. Anyway, the books. Would you mind fetch and points to the books? If Eric would be so kind.
As soon as I see this, Cloud goes straight for the book first.
Hold person on Eret.
Go Eric make a wisdom save for a whole person.
God damn it!
Held. And she'll say it out loud, I am so sorry about using magic against you.
At that point, Persephone kind of steps back and goes, "Oh, this is an unexpected exercise." Cracks her fingers and looks as if she's about to cast something.
Counterspell. At level 4.
And she moves her hands forward and nothing happens. And if she could blush, she would. She starts stepping back towards the exit. And tries to make a run for it. Anyone?
Yo!
I'm just gonna kind of look. I'm just gonna kind of shout out. So, are we stopping her, or?
And she's out.
Ah, fuck.
But she's just run out the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start running after her.
Cool. You're running out into the streets after her.
Yeah, like 6 seconds behind, surely, like 12 seconds behind.
Yeah. You're like 6 seconds behind her. And she's running into the crowds in the streets of Amon. Gilmore back in the shop is a little kind of like, it's never a dull moment with you adventuring types, is it?
Yeah. Cloud sort of standing there after taking the book off of him, sort of just be a little way behind him. Oh, can't keep it, can't have a quiet day. Heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid indeed. Now, if you want to go and help your friend, I wouldn't mind. I won't consider it rude.
Cloud drops the book back in the handy haversack and says, do you mind looking after this for now? There's a few other things that probably don't want. And then Cloud will use his feline agility and literally bolt his 120 feet out the door and to catch up.
Seeing everybody else run, Tom will also run after and use Nimble Escape to double his movement. So he'll dash out 90 feet using dash as well.
Cool. I'm loving the fact that, well, Elizabeth was the first one to run out and chase after. You guys overtake on either side. And if you would both like to make athletics checks to see who can grab Persephone first.
Oh, I'm not even going to bother trying to grab. I'm just going to dominate person.
Even better. Go ahead.
I've got to make let me double check 1 sec. Doesn't matter, makes a save.
She kind of stumbles a little bit, shrugs it off. Cloud, do you want to do anything to try and stop her?
Yeah, no, I'll just, yeah. I'll just sort of run up literally in front of her and just go, you come and you leave so quickly. You should stay a while.
Could I potentially use a grit point and use winging shot to maybe just kind of hit her in the leg to basically get her to slow down or trip her up.
Try it.
I'll activate my ring first, just in case. And I'll just roll it normally, and then we can activate sneak. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
And she needs to make a strength saving throw. Bear with me for a sec, sorry, I don't have the DC written down properly. DC 15.
Hits her, she rolls and gets back up and starts running again.
Right. I'm going to continue running after her, but I've got a radius of silence around me. Did
Cool.
nothing happen when Cloud stepped in front of her?
Nothing seems to have happened. She just seems to have run off.
All right. Can I blink to where she is?
Think so. Link goes pops in the material. Does it? Yeah, give me a sec.
Oh, blink doesn't work like that.
It's not
Yeah,
a
you're right.
teleport thing. I knew that. There's no distance on it.
You'd want dimension
no.
door for that. Yep.
Also,
There you go.
always have prepared. Yeah, I'll just
door.
dimension door.
The dimension door right in front.
Yep. And I'll just say, hello. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna, shit, I had it. What was I gonna do? Where is it?
Where is the money?
Fuck it. I'll just inflict wounds. I just blink right, dimension door right in front of her and then just grab her and just inflict wounds.
Cool. Flip wounds. Go ahead. 15 hits.
It's not rolling any damage for some reason. I need to sort this fucking character sheet out. 3D. $21 plus Fury of the Small, 31.
31. Oh, she looks bad.
It'd be 32, would it not be? You should be level 11.
Fury. Oh yeah. I think.
Yeah,
So-
Fury of the Small is your level.
Yeah, equal to your level. Yeah. 32.
32. Oh, she's looking really, really bad. 31 she could have handled. 32 she can't. Oh,
Does she stop?
Oh, she stops, all right.
I'll just kind of stand over her with like both my arms out, like shrugging my shoulders.
I would like to say that as she kind of like stumbles back the way, she does have some exquisite shoes on her, by the way.
Oh.
They're kind of like those. See, this is where my knowledge of shoes comes into very sharp focus of how little I know. But they were kind of like the sandals that strap all the way up to kind of like the knee height, if you know what I mean. Those kind of shoes. Am I thinking of my arse here?
Oh, the modern generation Roman sandal thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She kind of got those on.
Tom's eyeing him up. He's waiting for everyone else to get there before he does anything.
I'll
First
say
we
everyone else
crippled.
kind of, just as she's kind of like, okay, enough.
Once I kind of get there, I'll wait for Cloud to kind of get there and see what he wants to do.
Cloud will move up. So you don't. Now you want to talk.
Well, to be fair, this didn't exactly go as I imagined it would be.
You played with our friend's head, got him to do stuff he didn't want, puffed into existence, commanded him to get the book that is not his, not yours, and then chose to run away.
Yeah, pretty much. Now if you'll just be like, I don't know, bygones be bygones. If you want to keep, if you, there's not much I can do here.
Well, not until you come back with some others to get what you want, correct?
You can see that visual cue of shit just roll across her forehead right there. Just like, yeah, she's not very. She's very much a case of one of those people who, if the plan goes well, fantastic. If things go bad, no plan B.
Plan B, run away and get a bigger stick.
Hey,
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'll turn to Cloud and I'll say, I can do the memory thing to her if you want. Just make her forget all this ever happened. Make her think that we struck some sort of deal and everything worked out good in her favour.
Well, if you think you can, that would be highly amusing.
Well, I mean, she done it to Era. I can change anything that's happened to her in the last 24 hours, so I can make her think that she got the books and then, it all went well. She really likes us. We're really good friends, and then she lost the books again. Somebody else stole them from her.
Give it a try, and Cloud will whisper in your ear. Make it so a succubus called Aphrodite stole them.
Can do.
My boy, high five.
So I'm gonna modify memory.
Okay, modify memory. Intelligence or wisdom save?
Let me just bang it in the chat. One sec.
Wisdom.
Or I can do it a level higher, and a 10's not gonna.
Oh, hold on. If you want to do it a level higher, what's your train of thought before it becomes official?
I'll look at Cloud and I'll say, in the last 24 hours or the last 7 days, I think.
No, 24 hours is fine. She came, she got the book. As we came to a good agreement, she left and got ambushed by Aphrodite.
Okay, there it is. So I'm just gonna look right into her eyes, and I'll just say, you got the books you wanted. You were very, very happy with the deal. Happiest you've ever been in your entire life. These books were in pristine condition.
Cloud will
And you
take
couldn't
on the
wait to
form
get
of
hold of them.
Aphrodite for you.
Okay. Once leaving the location, you were walking back to wherever it is you live, and you were ambushed by this succubus called Aphrodite, who proceeded to steal these books from you and inflict at least 32 points of damage on you. And it was very horrible, and you cannot wait to seek your vengeance on Aphrodite. But you were very happy with the deal before that. And that is what I'll modify.
Cool. As far as she's concerned, that was all matter of fact.
And then I'll be like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'll help her up.
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
I would have dropped the Martha Many Faces.
That would be helpful, yeah, before she turned round. She'll take a moment to process it and just go, foul bitch. I trust that our arrangement will be honoured properly in spite of mishap on my part.
Well, I'm sorry to say you got the books, and a favour is owed to us, but in time we can deal with that. If you need help.
It's a down payment then. And she goes into her pouch and pulls out a small little black gem.
Do I recognise the black gem?
I can't remember a game. But if you ever Black Sapphire.
You've given me a black sapphire already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be perfectly fine. And if you need any help with dealing with this unfortunate circumstances, you know where we are.
I'll make sure I do. Now, if you excuse me, I have people to inform, and then she'll just disappear into the crowds.
Cloud will sort of just gesture for everybody to start heading back to the shop.
Well done.
So I'm just going to walk back to the shop like nothing happened.
Meanwhile, in the shop, Elspeth still has Eret held. And she will walk up to him and go, I am very, very sorry, and I promise to never do that again. And she will drop hold person.
Before you drop that, I want to ask a quick question. Just command that made Eric do that. How subconscious was it? Was he aware of anything that happened?
So what was that?
Was Eric aware of any of that situation?
It was as if she planted the command and just subconscious. So as soon as she went, grab it, you instinctively just went, oh, okay, I do what you want.
But Eric was still like conscious, basically. He still knew what he was doing.
You're aware that you were in the back seat, essentially.
Right. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, she will go, I am so, so sorry. I promise never to do that again. And will drop hold person on you.
Eric's just going to stand there for a minute. He's going to go, I'm going to stand outside for 5 minutes. Need to get some air. You'll be fine with Gilmore.
She'll go, don't bury yourself in your head for too long. It tends to be hard to get out. I should know. You didn't do anything wrong.
He's just going to go for a walk around the block.
Cool. Eric walks out. The others return shortly after. Gilmore is standing there just like, that was pretty good, actually. Minimum cost, no casualties, no property damage. I would give two shits about anyway. Very well done on your part.
This sly little shit, and Cloud sort of just gives you a sort of a rub on your head, on Tom's head.
Tom's just like looking around the shelves, just humming like these boots are made for walking. Well, sorry.
You'll never guess what this little bugger did. He managed to manipulate her memory.
Oh, that is sweet, my boy. That is sweet.
Not only did he manage to put us on good terms with her, but managed to set her that she got ambushed by someone that we are having, a succubus we're having issues with.
At that point, he just kind of like tilts his head to the side and then just starts clapping. And goes, now that really is. I don't know what you call it. I think impressive is a bit of an understatement.
And she even paid us for it all, which was amusing.
Yeah, well, you can all thank Saint Hubbins for that.
Gilmore just reacts to St. Albans. He's like, I don't think I've heard of that one before, but I certainly think I should have a little bit of a look-see into.
Please do.
And Cloud will sort of just look up into the sky a little bit and just go, thank you, Hubba Bubba.
I'll see the air. It's not there, right? So I'll drop him a
Yeah.
quick message saying, "Are you all right?"
He's going to jump on the earpiece and go, not just now. Don't. I'll be fine. You stay with them. I'll be back in a while. Just turns. You can turn the earpiece off, yes?
Take it out.
Yeah, he's going to take it out for a while, put it in his pocket.
Gilmore's still around, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just look at everyone saying, are we doing much more here, or are we gonna head off?
I would like to get back to where we were before we got rudely interrupted. The book you were saying it had something to do with the ziggurats that was dealt with 10 years ago.
I guess it goes back to the notes on the materials used in the construction, the particular sort of arcane incantations required, the general sort of basically it's a pretty much archaeologist style like gathering of information, like okay, this is how they were built, this is what they've done, this was the implications of what they could do with the result. To do is a focusing mechanism.
Cloud will probably pull out all the other books that they were looking for, and just gesture towards.
Kind of looking at them all and going, curious. Individually, these are all sort of heavy reads. One to do with cosmology, the other one to do with the Divine Gates, and now this ziggurat nonsense.
So all things about passing through the divine gates to the other realms of such.
It would appear so.
I do have something else, though I do not know if it would be connected, and Cloud will sort of rummage around in these haversack. It'll pull out the gift notes and maps. I found this on a gift ship. They were being commanded by a adult ancient, one of those red dragon, commanding them to do stuff. Well, they were looking for these books as well.
You see a genuine sort of puzzled look on Gilmore's face now. He's just like, no, that really is strange. May I see the notes?
Yeah, Cloud puts them on the counter for him.
He starts looking at them all and slowly starts to kind of hypothesize in his head. He's like, no, this really is. It would be fascinating if it wasn't so. What's the word? I'll go with
Disturbing.
crazy. Disturbing, yeah, disturbing would be a close second, yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm just your humble, glorious shopkeeper of magical items and such, but I don't really like the implications of what could be suggested with this particular gathering of materials. And that could probably be extremely wrong, though.
That's why I generally kept it in the haversack. Different plane of existence, harder to track of such.
With a side eye, I'll spiff and go, I can see why you like him. He's the clever one. As I say, ladies and gentlemen, this is potentially very, very bad news, or we could be very much wrong. But I suggested probably returning these books to the Cobalt Reserve or finding somewhere very deep and dark to hide them in. Especially the notes, particularly the notes from the Ziggurat. The others you could probably stash in an arcane library of some sort somewhere. And
Cloud will go. These books were being held by an illithid that had infiltrated the Cobalt Soul. As you see, some devils were after them. And obviously we got the notes from Gif being commanded by a red dragon. And for maybe topping on the cake, maybe nothing to do with it, we did run into a dragonborn gentleman who held the symbols of Tiamat. So, yeah, fun and games.
at that point, Gilmore kind of just like goes quiet for a second and goes, I think it's probably best you return those to the Cobalt Reserve. The other tome, on the other hand, that needs to be disposed of in a more, probably just, I would say, personal manner. I think I might know people who would be willing to take that off your hands.
Well, if you want to tell us where to drop it, or if you wish to take it yourself, and we'll return the rest to the Cobalt Reserve, and hopefully be that be done.
I might need to shoot off a quick message just to kind of give them a heads up. If you'll bear with me just a moment.
Of course. And Cloud will turn to Ellsworth to see how she's doing, and check on Tom to see if he's trying to steal anything.
Is Tom intending to steal anything?
No, he's just browsing. If he hasn't seen any nice shoes, then he's not stealing.
There is a set of shoes that seem to have in the heels what looks like paws attached to springs for the heels.
Hmm.
And they seem to have a faint magical property that you can't quite distinguish just from looking at them, but you can tell there's something there.
Okay. Yeah. You take those.
Gilmore comes back into the room and is like, yeah, so give it a couple of days, and are you planning on going to Whitestone in the near future? And maybe you can just drop the books off there.
Which ones?
I think probably the Ziggurat notes, as they were originally intended, would probably stay in Whitestone.
And the rest to the Cobalt.
The rest can go to Cobalt Reserve. It's not that they're not valuable; it's the fact that it's academical knowledge that can be returned, found in a variety of places. But the Cobalt Reserve tends to kind of keep a nice collection of such. It's more the other ones, the more pressing matter.
We can do something about that. I may have some ideas of heading to Whiterun and Whitestone in a couple of days, maybe.
We did. It's very cold this time of year.
God damn it.
Sorry, couldn't resist. As you were saying.
But if anything else comes to mind, please let us know. Probably be in the city for another few days at least, unless something else changes. And Cloud will pack up all the books and put them back in the haversack in the notes and the maps and that.
Tom will kind of get Cloud's attention and say, maybe try get like a lead box or something for those books, because I don't know about her, but I've got a spell where if I know something, then I can just find it.
Special bag. It sends everything that gets put in it to another dimension, another plane of existence. So it's not possible to track it while it's inside the bag.
Oh, very good.
It's just when you pull it out, then you'll have a bit of a problem.
We'll keep it in the bag, because I can just find stuff if I know if I've seen it before.
Of course. But clever thinking. Unless there's anything else anybody wanted or needed to talk about?
I wanted to talk to Gilmore just a moment, but in private.
Certainly, step into my office. Everyone else seems to be making habits of it.
That would just be me.
After you.
No, and he opens up the beads for you and lets you through, and he kind of looks back at you and goes, I'm joking. And you'll step through into his office, and what would you like to discuss?
I really only had two small things. The first one is I'll take out my Ring of Silence. I'm like, I bought this from a fairly shady person. This allows me to effectively make everything silent in a space around me, but I can only use it once a day. Do you have any capacity to maybe make it more than that?
I can certainly try and enhance the enchantment on it just to see if it can work more than once a day.
How much would that cost me?
I would say probably about 500 gold for an extra use.
Okay. How long would that take if I were to ask you to do this for me, please?
It's a very easy enough enchantment to do. I could probably have it done tomorrow. I can fit it in between other things.
Okay. I don't have the finances right now, but I will come back for that. And the second thing I wanted to ask you was, I'm looking to make my equipment a little bit more magic. If I were to get a spell, would I be able to transmute that onto the equipment? To be
Depending on
able
the
to
spell, depending on the equipment.
Sorry, I cut you off there, Scott.
Depends on the spell and depends on the equipment, he says.
Okay. If I were to, let's say, take this bow, and I'll take out like my short bow, and transmute maybe a spell like magic missile, perhaps. Would I be able to shoot magic missile off the bow from that point on?
Don't think that would be quite possible, though I think you'd have to create an entire bow capable of doing that scratch, and that would not be a process. Doable with a fair degree of investment.
If it were a crossbow, do you think it'll be an easier task to do, or it's a complete fresh process?
Same again.
Okay. Thank you. Once I get some money, I shall come back and ask you for a favor. Thank you.
Anytime with your magical needs.
And I'll kind of walk out after that.
Cool. You return to the store with Gilmore. Anything the others would like to do?
When Elspeth sees Gilmore coming back in, she'll go, by the way, Sean, any luck on the teleportation circle I asked you for?
You asked me for two, yes? You looked for...
You provided me with one, and you said you would get back to me on the other.
Well, that's the case. I actually have two here.
Interesting. Obviously, one would be where I was asking for. Where is the other one going?
The other one is just in the off chance she might, especially after today's little demonstration. This one will take you to Craghammer. If you're so inclined of getting out of one set of trouble and probably into something else to amuse yourselves for a while, it's always handy to have.
Indeed. And how much? Sorry.
he was just going to say that the locals might not always be the most outward going types for visitors, but it's certainly an option if need be.
Or, have you seen my race? Have you tried to go to Singorn recently? I don't think the dwarves have anything on the elves. But how much would I owe you for the two of them?
For the two of them together, seeing it's you 2,000 gold altogether.
Well, how about I take the one that I asked for now, and I will come back at a later date for the Craghammer one.
Oh, fine, you little charmer, and hands over the teleportation circle.
And I will give him 1,000 gold.
But they asking 1,000 gold for each.
Pretty much.
Cloud goes and puts another 1,000 on the table for the other one.
Elspeth will look at you and go, "You are fine, I can pay my own way, thank you," and go to give you the 1,000 gold back.
But it helps us in the long run. Plus, it's partly your money anyway. Cloud, if need be, will sleight of hand it away from Elizabeth into... Hell, he will even try and put it into Gilmore's pocket, if need be.
Always sleight of hand.
$21.
Straight into the pocket with the little pouch of 1,000 gold. You realise just how big Gilmore's pockets actually are when you realise, well, this is actually quite a hefty bag. And yet, with all the grace that your nimble fingers can manage, you slip the 1,000 gold into Gilmore's pocket, and he gives you the teleportation circle for Craghammer.
I'll just nod. Thanks. Yeah, smile and give Elizabeth a cheeky wink and turn and start walking out. Unless there's anything else.
Tom's stealing them shoes.
Make a sleight of hand check, see if you can steal the shoes without being noticed.
All right, I'm gonna bless myself up. Blessing of the trickster and guidance myself.
Blessing of the Trickster is only stealth checks, I believe.
Any dexterity? Wait, give me a sec. It's just dexterity checks. Dexterity and then brackets stealth. I looked it up and apparently that's all dexterity checks. Stealth is just can't remember the word. But I can look into it more and just not do it.
Common use.
Yeah. Oh, I only meant to click it once. Didn't matter anyway.
Caught red-handed, Gilmore's just standing there with just like tapping the sandals and just like cross-armed.
Sorry.
And he's looking good. Seeing as you handled yourself pretty well, and I think they're kind of not my style anyway, and kind of just like hand waves goes, Next time, just ask.
Next time I will. Thank you very much. You have a lovely shop. You just walk out very happy.
Cool. You now have a set of jump boots.
Sick.
No boots that cast jump. Just to make that perfectly clear.
Oh yeah.
Anyone else want to do anything in Gilmore's before we head off elsewhere? For the time being.
No, after seeing Tom's pitiful attempt to steal something, I'm just gonna quietly slip away behind him.
Cool.
Yeah, start heading out. Turn to Ellsworth and do you want to message Eric, see how's he doing?
I will do. And I will send a message to Eret and go, I believe you're the second person I've messaged today that probably doesn't want to hear from me, but we're leaving the shop and we want to make sure you're okay and see if you're ready to join us again.
There's
At
no
that
way
point-
for Eric to respond.
Yes, there is, because it's message, so it's a
Oh.
magic spell, so you can respond.
Well, he's a bit
Okay.
preoccupied beating the crap out of a mugger somewhere in an alley after hearing someone crying for help. Just to take his mind off of things, happened to come across a little bit of a disturbance and thought, I'm going to help.
In the most violent of ways.
He's like, how dare you steal from... Oh, he's unconscious. Yeah. At that point, you get the message spell coming through just after you've beat the mugger within an inch.
I just send the response saying, I'll catch up later. I'm just clearing my head.
I was wrong with clearing your head or burying your head in the sand.
I'm coming to terms with it.
Understood. You know where we are. Well, you won't, but you will when you message someone.
I'll find.
I will turn to the rest and go, Eret is not joining us. He is clearing his head, so he says he'll join us when he's ready.
Fair enough. Suppose we head to the Cobalt Reserve, drop these books off.
Is there one in Imon?
I don't know. I would assume so, but I might be wrong.
I don't think there is. I think the closest Cobalt Reserve is Westrun. I don't know for sure though. Scott?
I would say, off the top of my head, that if there was one in Imran, it'd probably be better off if you did go to a restaurant anyway, just to make sure that it was the Cobalt Reserve.
That's fair enough. Just means you have to go back to Westrun. God damn it.
Well, I have the teleportation circle, so it'd literally be teleport to there, drop the books off, and then get the fuck out of Westrun.
But we've got nowhere to teleport there.
Yes, we do. I have the teleportation circle for the Cobalt Reserve.
No, okay then. That's fair enough. They can hold for a couple of days. So, any other plans or such? Ideas? Anybody?
Looking around at everybody.
Not really, no. Harold's been quiet today. so I kind of don't know what he's up to.
I'd quite like those shoes. I'll look at Elizabeth.
I'm working. Toto's brother is not there. Or at least wasn't there when I went earlier.
Hmm.
As you guys are standing around, you hear the door open, and the dwarf that normally works security for Toto's brother walks in.
This is at the tavern, or this is at Gilmore's? Or because we left Gilmore's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
he
at the
walked-
tavern then.
Are we?
or wherever he's ended up going, where he's left. Gilmore's walking out. No one specified where they were going to immediately go.
I think we were just walking. I don't think we'd gone anywhere specific.
Yeah, he was just passing by and you just happened to see.
Oh, I'll go up to him and say, so you're here, does that mean your boss is around, or?
He's at the office.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just don't see why it's any of my business anyway. It's my day off. He just kind of carries on walking.
What? I'll look at the group and say, okay. I'll be back shortly. I'll just go have a chat with with Toto's brother about the shoes.
Thank you.
Are you gonna join me for this, Tom, or are you just gonna stand around?
I can come with you. Yeah, that'd
Cool.
be great.
I can teach you a couple of tricks.
Maybe I could teach you a couple.
If you think so.
Yeah. I mean, I caught that lady, didn't I?
Eric's
Okay.
going to put his earpiece back in. He's
Let's
going
go.
to shoot Elizabeth a message. Where is everyone?
I'll message back saying we're all walking around. Message Elspeth. Well, I'll ask Elspeth to message you. I'm gonna go somewhere with Tom quickly.
Okay, just remember what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. If you need me, shout me.
All right, yeah, let's go. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Do you tell Elspeth to message Eric?
I will tell Elspeth to message the Eric.
Cool. So I will then obviously message Eric and go, I've been told to put words in your head. What's up?
Where is everyone? I'm back. I feel a bit better and a bit sounder of mind.
Well, if you can teach me how to do that, we might get somewhere. At the moment, Elizabeth and Tom are off to see Toto's brother, and me and Cloud are currently walking down a street not far from Gilmore's.
I'll head on over then. Try and
So I'll take Tom towards where Toto's brother is.
You get
The-
to the outside of the office, and we're going to call it there for tonight. The others are going to pick their place, and we'll see what happens next week.
On that note, I will turn off the stream. So night stream.
Night
Night
stream.
stream.
Nice stream.
Nice dream.